Restream. Let's see here. We haven't gone live on Facebook yet. What is going on? Let's jump into Restream and see what's up. Let's see. Restream says we're live, but I don't see us on Facebook yet.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
It's live on Twitch right now. Good gravy. Facebook, what are you doing? There we go. All right, so now it's showing up here. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're on Facebook. All right, so it appears we are showing up on all the platforms, so we'll get going. For those that are not here yet, you'll be here soon. Welcome. It's Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock. I gave myself a 2-week vacation, so I am now back, ready, full swing. One of those weeks was planned. One of those weeks was... I'm going to blame Colin because he's not here, but it's probably my fault just as much as Colin. So it is another episode of the Roundtable, but tonight we're going to do something a little bit differently. We're going to talk trades, which we haven't really done before on the stream. For that, I brought on our friend and one of the new content creators for Roto Heat. His name's Bryce Frazier. Welcome, Bryce. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty well. If you guys weren't here yesterday, he just said my name. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I currently go to Ohio State right now. So excited to talk with you guys tonight.
I won't make fun of you because I'm a Wolverine, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Tom Brady fan, so.
Oh, well, that's acceptable then. As long as you throw the Tom Brady card, Wolverines have to love you. It's like your get-out-of-jail-free card.
It sure is.
So we need to talk trades today, but some fairly sizable news dropped that you guys wouldn't have got to touch on last night because it happened this morning. So reports, I think I posted that it was Adam Schefter that reported it initially, but Melvin Gordon's agent said that he wants a new deal before training camp or he wants a trade. That's pretty big news. If that's truly accurate, that makes a big shift to the landscape of the running back group because he currently is within the, in the top 10 or so of Dynasty running backs. I can't say, old glass ankles will stay that way for long, but, right now he's kind of a big deal. What do you make of news like that, Bryce? How do you feel about Melvin Gordon and his demands?
So, this kind of like all started with Le'Veon, which I don't blame some of the players, but I'm not on the Melvin Gordon train. If I was an owner of him, I would be kind of worried because I feel like he's in one of the best spots for, his style of play. Like that offense works well with his style of run. So it kind of depends on where he lands. I feel like for me, I don't have him as a very high running back just because of his because how injury prone he is. So, sure. But it's always kind of exciting for just in general that some news like that's happening. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah. And it's the interesting thing with Melvin Gordon is for me, the bigger thing is the guys that are sitting behind him. Eckler and Jackson both carved out decent roles, especially with Gordon's injuries. They really do have the opportunity to. I'm not saying either one of them are very Melvin Gordon-esque, but together, yeah. I think they add value that you can get relatively cheap. I mean, right now you probably can't get them cheap because that news, immediately makes them a big deal. But, that's interesting to me because last year, Justin Jackson, I put on taxi squads everywhere. I think I had him on 2 or 3 different leagues in the taxi squad because, you never know what happens with Melvin Gordon's injuries. Austin Eckler was a guy, I drafted late, left on the taxi squad and wound up flipping him and getting some value. Those are pieces that were cheap and could still be cheap, if somebody in your league hasn't heard this news yet. But most likely they're on rosters, but you still should be able to get for a decent amount. They really shouldn't be going astronomically higher than what their price would have been before,
Yeah.
8th, 2nd, 3rd, something like that,
Yeah, where is the stream out on RotoHeat? Because I can't find it. Just to look for questions or whatever.
It should be on the RotoHeat Facebook page as well as twitch.tv. Right now I've got it on the RotoHeat. It's actually just in the general RotoHeat football page.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it here. This is a redraft one.
Let's see. Oh, it's in the RotoHeat. Why is it in the baseball one? No wonder it's not.
Oh, that's why I can't see it. I don't follow.
You can't see it because you're not in baseball.
Yeah,
right.
No, don't watch that.
So before we go any further, we're going to fix that. Why is it going to baseball, though? All right, so let's fix that.
Cool. I was like, I'm doing the wrong one.
Yeah, no, you're not. I don't know why it would have been on the baseball chat. Let's see here. I bet I know why.
You think he'll stay, Melvin?
I think he has to. I mean, if you're Melvin Gordon, why do you at this point in the offseason, unless you can guarantee you're going to like Houston or somebody that needs a running back? I mean, it's just ridiculous too. But it almost feels like they saw Kawhi's deal and they're like, well, we get to pick where we go. Somebody needs to tell them you're in the wrong sport, dude. In football, it's you don't get to choose what you want to do.
Yeah, he probably knows the Chargers in win now mode too, so he wants to get paid.
I mean, the Chargers would be smart to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a public page. Holy cow! All right, so let's try that again. All right, so I did not realize that RotoHeat in our streaming service has a ton of different options. So
it's a redraft league. There's a Dynasty. There's a 96.
It's ridiculous how many options we have for streaming. All right, so we may have to start and stop again, but that's okay. I don't know how our streaming service works, if it will just start working or not. And you will hear click-clacks behind me because my dog.
That's fine.
I have a Dane Boxer mix, and we have rabbits that run through our backyard, and he gets crazy over them.
Yeah, I can't be in the same room as mine. She goes nuts. She's an Australian Shepherd. So.
Oh, that's awesome.